Hello! Welcome to English for Shared. Here, you learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's go!
I fell in love with a married man. Today is Sunday, and I'm going to church, as usual. My name is Agnes. I'm 25 years old. I live alone. I'm from the countryside, and after graduating, I came to the city to try my luck. I work as a secretary in a small office. My life is calm and peaceful. I'm a simple person. One day, a new boss arrived at our office. His name is Raphael. He is 45 years old. He's kind and friendly. He has a confident smile. He speaks in a soft, contagious voice. He makes everyone feel good. At first, he was just my boss. I would say, "Hello," smile, and go back to work. He always replied very politely, with a steady gaze, though not staring. Over time, I began to feel something. I enjoyed talking to him. I liked hearing his voice. I liked the smell of his cologne. I felt warm whenever he looked at me. He would ask, "Are you okay today?" And I'd answer, "Yes, thank you." But my heart would beat fast. I thought, could he be the love I've been waiting for? A love that completes me. A love that walks beside me. A love that takes care of me. Raphael made me laugh. He remembered little things I said. He stood close to me when we talked. Sometimes so close I could feel his breath. I started thinking about him at night. I didn't want to, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't sleep. One day, at the end of the workday, it was raining heavily. Raphael offered me a ride home. When we arrived, it was still pouring, so we stayed inside the car. Between conversations and smiles, he kissed me. Or rather, we kissed. It was quick, unexpected, a stolen, daring kiss. When I walked into my house, I couldn't hold back my joy. My heart was racing, pounding intensely. The moment of the kiss replayed over and over in my mind. I could still feel his lips, taste his breath, the texture of his hands. I didn't sleep well that night. Days passed, and despite the kiss, we carried on as if nothing had happened. Maybe for him it was just a kiss, but for me it was much more. I simply loved him. I was waiting for another moment with him, just the two of us again, so I could tell him everything I felt. Then, one day, as he walked into a room, I saw his ring. I thought, he's married. My heart sank. I felt sad. I had kissed a married man. I told myself, you have to forget him. But it was too late. I was already in love. I hadn't planned this. I didn't want this. I hadn't asked for this in my prayers. But now I think about him every day, every moment. I smile at him. I talk to him. But inside, I feel pain because I know he isn't mine. He can't be mine. I feel unsettled. Every day I see Raphael at work. He walks past my desk. He smiles. He says, "Good morning, Agnes." I smile back and say, "Good morning, Mr. Raphael." I try to seem normal, but inside, my heart is not calm. It's noisy. It says, "You love him." He doesn't know my secret. He doesn't know I love him. No one knows. I sit in meetings with him. He looks at the screen. I look at his face. I try not to stare, but it's hard. His voice is gentle. His words are kind. I feel happy when I hear him speak. One day, he stood very close to me. He helped me with the computer. His hand touched mine by accident. I remembered the day we kissed. My heart raced. My face grew hot. He asked, "Are you okay?" I smiled and said, "Yes," but I wasn't okay. I wanted to cry. I know this is wrong. He has a wife. He has a family. He isn't free. But love is not always good. Sometimes love hurts. Sometimes it's silent, like mine. A secret love. A quiet love. When I get home, I think about him. I sit alone in my room. I ask myself, why did fate put him in my life? I don't know the answer. I only know one thing. I can't stop my heart. One Saturday, I went to the park. I wanted fresh air. I wanted to clear my mind. I sat on a bench and watched people passing by. Children were playing. Dogs were running. The sun was warm. I closed my eyes for a moment. Then I heard a voice I knew. It was Raphael's voice. My heart raced. I thought about telling him my secret. Then I opened my eyes. He was there, just a few steps away. But he wasn't alone. A woman was beside him. She was smiling. A little boy ran up to them. Then a little girl followed. They laughed together. Raphael picked up the girl and kissed the top of her head. That woman was his wife. Those were his children. I froze. My heart felt heavy. I couldn't move. They looked so happy. They looked like a perfect family. He seemed different, not like my boss, but like a husband, a father. He didn't see me. Thankfully, I turned my face toward the trees. I was deeply ashamed. I wanted to cry, but I held back the tears. I thought, this is real. He belongs to them, not to me. I sat there for a long time after they had gone. I felt empty. I felt small. I felt cheap. I asked myself again, why did I fall in love with him? But there was no answer. I walked home slowly. That night, I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I just lay in bed and whispered, "Forget him, Agnes. Please forget him." But my heart said, I can't. It was Monday morning. I didn't want to go to work. My heart was still heavy after seeing Raphael with his family. But I had no choice. I got ready and went to the office. I tried to stay quiet. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to smile. I felt unsettled. Then Raphael came to my desk. He looked at me and said, "Agnes, are you okay today? You look a little sad." I looked down and said, "I'm just tired." He sat next to me and went on, "You're a good person, Agnes. You always help others. You're quiet, but strong. You're special." My heart stopped. Special. That word stayed in my head. No one had ever called me that before. I smiled, but inside I was trembling. I wanted to tell him everything. I wanted to say, I love you, but I didn't. I couldn't. He smiled at me again and went back to his office. I sat at my desk, staring at the screen, but I couldn't work. My hands were cold. My heart was too full. That night, I stood in front of the mirror. I looked at myself and said, he thinks I'm special. And then I cried. I cried because I was happy. I cried because I was sad. I cried because I knew he wasn't mine and maybe never would be. One day, after work, Raphael and I stayed late at the office. We were alone. I wanted to say so many things, but I was afraid. He looked at me and smiled. "Agnes," he said softly, "you're important to me." My heart jumped. I looked at him. I felt shame, fear, and happiness all at once. I wanted to ask, "Do you love me?" But my mouth stayed silent. He spoke again. "I'm married, but I like you. You make me feel alive." I felt my eyes fill with tears. I didn't know what to say. He said, "I don't want to hurt my family, but I can't stop thinking about you." I was confused. I was sad. I was full of hope. I wanted to believe he would leave his family for me, but I knew that wasn't right. I didn't want to destroy a family. So I gathered my courage and said, "Raphael, I like you too, but you have a family. I don't want to be the reason for anyone's pain." He nodded. "I understand," he said. "Forgive me for that kiss. I didn't know you had a wife." We were silent then. The air felt cold. That moment stayed in my heart. It was beautiful and painful at the same time. He hugged me. I hugged him back. I didn't know what the future would bring, but I knew my love was real. After that night, everything changed. Raphael and I kept working together, but we didn't talk about feelings anymore. We kept a quiet, respectful distance. I thought a lot about love and pain. I learned that loving a married man is hard. It's full of sadness and secrets. One night, I sat alone and made a decision. I told myself, "Agnes, you need to be strong. You need to love yourself first." I decided to stop waiting for Raphael to leave his family. I decided to live my own life, to find happiness without him. It wasn't easy. Sometimes I still thought of him. Sometimes I still felt my heart breaking. But I learned something important. Love isn't just holding on to someone. Love is also knowing when to let go. I began to smile again. I began to dream again. I began to love myself. Raphael will always be in my heart, but now I am free and ready for a new beginning.